Hello and welcome to How to Beat Pokemon Yellow in 0 hours and 0 minutes. This will of course be using the in-game clock as a timer, and we're going to be using a very confusing glitch, but I'm going to try to lay it out so you guys can follow along. So the way we're going to do this is first I'm going to go through the run and tell you guys what to do, then we'll go through the run a bit more slowly and try to explain what's going on, because this glitch is a little bit mind-boggling. You'll see what I mean. Before we get started, make sure there is no save file on your game. You'll know if you have a save file because you'll have a continue button on your menu here. If it does say continue, go back to the Pikachu title screen, then hold down up, select, and press B. The game will then ask if you want to delete your file. Say yes, then start a new game. You go through the starting bit same as usual, but make sure you pick Ash and Blue as the names. After getting shrunk down and dropped into your room, quickly go downstairs and then walk to this exact tile right here. Open up your menu and go to save. Hit yes, and now with a very specific timing, you're going to either turn the Game Boy off or hit reset depending on what you're playing this on. This part is really difficult and it'll probably take you many tries to get down. I can't give you the exact timing because the window is so small, but it's somewhere between this box here closing and this text down here changing. You need to turn it off between those two events. There are 3 possible outcomes that can happen. The first is that you load your game back up and it tells you your file was destroyed. If this happens, just hit new game and try again. The second is a continue button appears, but when you load up the game and try to access the Pokemon menu, you can't. And the third, a continue button appears and you can actually access your Pokemon menu. This is what you want. Now pay close attention because here's where things are about to go nuts. Once you have the glitched Pokemon menu, you might notice you can scroll far beyond the typical limit of 6 Pokemon. So to continue our glitch, here's what you do. Grab any of the Pokemon between slots 1 and 9, hit switch and swap them with spot 10. Then go down to spot 11, grab that and switch it with spot 9. Now exit the Pokemon menu and go to your items menu. Hold down on your D-pad until your cursor here stops flashing. Once it becomes solid, hit the A button. Yeah, you'll notice your menu freaks out just a little bit. From here, press down A, down A. This is just because your cursor is stuck to begin with, so by doing this you free it up to move around. Now what you're going to do is look for the first Master Ball in the list. Grab the item just beneath it by pressing select. This item can be a wide range of things. It could be an escape rope as seen here, it could be a bunch of random shapes and letters, and I've even had it be text that simply said trade cancelled. Whatever it is, grab the item with select, now scroll down until you see a second Master Ball. Swap the item with the second Master Ball. Now select the item and hit toss. You're going to toss exactly 68 of the item. You'll notice the color of the background changes here. Now exit the menu and exit the building. BAM! You are in the Hall of Fame. If you did this fast, you'll have a time of 000. And also you have a complete Pokedex. Look at my Pokedex rating. Ha! I'd like to see you guys top that. More than likely you'll have 001 or 002 depending on how fast you did it, but there you go. Let me explain a bit of what is happening. I don't know this perfectly myself, but I'll give you a very basic rundown. By turning the game off during saving like we do, it allows us to access the glitched Pokemon menu. Then all the swapping we do in the Pokemon menu basically lines things up in the item menu, which is the important part. Finally, all the items basically hold different information about the game, and by swapping these exact items, we line the game up so that we can toss items and essentially reprogram where we exit. By tossing exactly 68 items, we reprogram the game into teleporting us to the Hall of Fame when we exit. If you toss a different number of items, you can zone into pretty much any place in the world. But of course, the Hall of Fame is the one we want if we want to beat the game. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this tutorial on this rather strange glitch. I know this kind of looks like an editing trick, but if you guys are still skeptical, I'll be linking 2 videos down below. One is going to be my complete run of this on emulator, and the second is going to be my complete run of this on my Game Boy with the webcam pointed at the screen. You can see this is totally legit. So what happens if you go back into your file after beating the game with this glitch? What happens if you teleport to different places with this glitch? Well, tune in next week where I'll be doing a glitch fest of Pokemon Yellow focusing on this glitch and answering those questions. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and definitely follow my Twitter, guys. I love talking to all of you. I'll see you next week. Peace!